We can all marry rich, right? We can marry a guy who's got it like that can take care of us. That would be wonderful. But some of us, we don't have that luxury. So we have to go in and hustle. And when I said that a lot of men like women like this, you believe it or not, there are men who like strong-minded women. There used to be a thing in our culture called the power couple, right? Where you were really, really strong and he was really, really strong. He liked this strong-headed, Miss Independent. There was actually a song out about it. I don't know if you know this or not. So not to say that is right. I'm just saying that those are some of the things that came to this point. So that led to this point that you probably didn't know anything about.
I know about it. I know a lot about it. I've seen it too much. Trust me, I've been here a long time. And I've talked to many people in these panels about the same thing, studied it. I know exactly what you're talking about, but I'm giving my perspective as a person who is used to seeing you guys. I see America, and I see us. And I wonder, what's the problem that you guys have that we don't have? And what's the problem that we have that you guys don't have, if that makes any sense? We have issues in our culture. Middle Eastern culture has issues. We're not perfect. But American culture has issues with the women's. The women is the main problem, but they don't realize it.
That's ironic. I was in Lebanon. I used to live there for a little while. It's a club called Crocodile. You ever been there?
I don't go to clubs.
Oh, well, yeah, they had some hoes. They was on. Like it's not just American.
That's not our culture. That's not our culture.
But
there are hoes that come
there,
to the country, like Asians. There's a lot of Asian hoes that come there. That's not our
culture.
No,
they was Lebanese. I ain't gonna say the girl's name because I actually bumped back into them in Vegas. Like,
okay, well, can I say something? Just because there's holes in every country, that doesn't mean that is our culture. And I didn't say that America has the whole culture. I said America, the problem is the feminism that you guys have here that's teaching women that they're more valuable than they are. They think that they're more valuable than they are.
So it said.
I just don't understand how someone, because where are you from? Do you live in the U.S.? Ameera, do you live in the U.S.?
Sorry, I had myself on mute. Yes, I live in America now.
It's just hard for me to listen to your perspective because I feel like it's not, y'all ain't right over there in your own homeland. Like, it's all kind of, it's not right over there. So it's like, how can you come over here and talk about something that we built? And what I just feel like you have no gun in this fight.
You said that how can I come here and talk? I just told you that in the Middle East we have
you come from a failed homeland.
Do you want me to answer?
You fled your country. You are no longer there.
Do you want me to answer?
You are no longer there. You fled.
Okay, you can keep talking.
And you're now coming over here trying to tell us how to be. We got it. We got it. We're gonna figure it out. We see how y'all living.
Can I answer?
In the military. I see how y'all living.
Can I answer you now?
Go ahead.
Thank you. So, Middle East, we have lots of problems, trust me. But one thing we don't have is feminism. We don't have women issues like America does. And I've seen you guys. You guys cannot act like I don't see it. And we talk about it. Here, we don't have that issue of feminism. And I think a lot of American women think that feminism has brought them so much great things. They're so much better than the rest of the world women. But what has it really brought you more than just having ruined marriage, single parents? We don't have these issues in our country. Why?
That's a lie. Rising breakups and divorce in Lebanon mirrors socio-economic changes across the Arab world, according to Arab News. Their root is a globalization transforming most aspects of modern life.
I mean, you're trying to read to me an article about divorces?
Kuwait, 48% of all marriages end in divorce, 40% in Egypt, 37.2% in Jordan, 37% in Qatar, 34% in the UAE and Lebanon.
Okay, but like I said, we don't have these issues that you guys have.
So that's false.
We don't have the issues that you guys have.
Worse. They be kicking
in underage marriage.
They be stoning their women. It's all kind of going on there y'all need to be worried about. You are
we throw stones at our women
that you don't even. So you should really be thanking us that you heard.
So this is the thing. So I would agree with her that there are some things that women need to work on. It does not take a rocket science to know that we need to work on things. But I think there was we're here to try to solve a problem, not to throw stones at each. We both have work to do. Nobody is better than the other one at the end of the day, because I'm sure Marcus can go and look at all the research of, of the Lebanese, and you can say everything about American, because we're gonna. So what's natural is we're gonna defend our own culture because it's ours, right? And it's gonna be a defense. So let's not even do that and just talk about the issues. So when you throw shots will be thrown back, and it may not be a pretty place. So if we just consider, but I will agree with you that we do have a lot of work to do.
I just want to respond to you guys. I never said that Lebanese culture is the best culture. That's not what I said. You guys are pointing that out because I'm Lebanese. I said in America we have a problem, and you guys wanted to talk about my culture or my race. I said in America we have a problem. I live in America. I'm here. I'm not in Lebanon. And I see the problem. So I don't know why it turned into a race thing for me, but I didn't point out any certain race. I said America has a problem.
I didn't point out a race either. I said Lebanon. Like,
I think, but the point
do y'all disagree? Do y'all disagree with the statement that she's making?
I agree that.
Okay, so then why not address the statement that she's making to say if it's true or false,
right?
As opposed to saying something about her country,
because it's juxtaposed as a critique about.
That's not true. That's not true.
It is. I heard it that way.
So, for example, if I'm talking to you, like if I'm in a relationship with someone, right, and I'm telling them about something that I don't like about them, their response should not start talking about, well, what you did was that's not a productive conversation, right? So it's important for us to get to the point, which was, do modern women have a choice? That was the question. Most of y'all really didn't answer that question, other than Ameera. And so the question was, do they have a choice? And they don't really have a choice, because they have literally made it about the fact that they want a perfect man, but they don't want any other responsibility. That man does not exist. That's what we're talking about. And the research on this matter as it relates to feminism has been documented over and over again. I don't know how it's behooves anybody to know that the position of the feminism movement happened in the 1960s, right? We know this. And the sexual liberation movement, women wanted to be able to be thoughts without responsibility. Then you transition to saying, well, we want to have babies without having to be married, so that the government, this is all documented. And then it became a major thing in the Black community, for sure. Black women have the hardest time getting married. That is a fact. That has nothing to do with Lebanon. The issue is that if we're talking about community, anybody that sees and studies a community does not have to be in the community to be able to pinpoint what is going on in the community. If I liken it to ESPN, there are several sportscasters that have never played, but they're able to give solid commentary on it. So it's important. So it's important for people to have intellectual conversations without being defensive when you're trying to resolve something.
Well, all right, I don't know if you've seen the show the other day, but I was just talking about this, where I generally share this problem with coaches who didn't play. They solutions don't orient from a position of actually having to do something. It's theoretical. So I have an issue with that. So using your ESPN reference, those people don't have the best takes that are accurate for the game. Maybe to a layman or somebody looking from the outside, but somebody that's actually played in the game is going to be different. And there are different nuances that you can perceive that the person who's observing from the outpost cannot understand nor comprehend. So when we are addressing a perspective and you juxtapose it, then I'm going to juxtapose it back and say, okay, well, this is an issue right here, but it's an issue here too. So when you say we don't have that problem, and I say, yes, you do, because I literally saw this shit, how you gonna tell me I'm wrong, dude?
Because she said that feminism is not, because the statement was that feminism is the issue in America. You did not address if feminism is an issue in Lebanon. You didn't say that. That's what the statement was about. So in order to have intellectual integrity, you should stay on what the what has been the claim is what I'm saying.
So I have a question.
Okay, do you want me to provide that is growing there?
If you so choose.
Anybody can provide an article for something that they, but as a person who is Lebanese, my country is not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the whole Middle Eastern world versus what I've seen in the Latin world, because I lived in Colombia too. I lived in London. I lived in many
I stayed in
places.
London
And
too.
my viewpoint is the Western world, which is Europe and America, have an issue. And I believe that that issue is rooted deeply in feminism.